Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of the D Will Show. I am your host, D Will, and this is episode 132. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at D Willow at DWILLOOO. Go follow me on Instagram to stay up to date with any upcoming episodes I might have coming for you guys. So make sure that you follow me over there. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the D Will Show. You can check out all 131 episodes that I have out there for you guys. I got some good ones. NBA players, NBA coaches, professional players. I got it all. So make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, go like the D Will Show wherever you get your podcast. Also, go 5 star and just share over there. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor for this episode, 27 Horizon. Connecting your business to new horizons. Contact 27 Horizon for all of your creative design needs and book them today to make your event one to remember with any DJ and photo services. DM 27 Horizon for more info. Now, the good part, it's the history day right now for the D Will Show. We officially made history. We have our first women's guest on the show. It's definitely long overdue. Let me introduce her the proper way. I have a DME Academy star. I have a 4 star from the class of 2024 as women. I have a Mississippi State women's basketball commit, Miss Tahj Monet. Tahj, thank you for coming on to the show.
Of course, of course.
Man, this is definitely an honor. Like I said, this is history. Like I said, I
Yes,
definitely had to
proud to be
tap
a
in
part.
with you to make you the first one. Had to make it
Thank
special.
you.
For sure, for sure. To start it off, I always like to go in with just kind of take us through your upbringing. Where you from and just your upbringing, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I just first off, thank you for having me on the show.
No, for
Pleasure to be
sure,
part of history.
for
But
sure.
yeah, I was well. My dad was in the military. He was a Marine.
Okay,
So I was born in Japan, Okinawa, Japan. So I'm a little overseas. I'm an overseas kid.
okay,
But
okay,
uh, yeah, I was born there. I lived there for like maybe 9, 10 years of my life.
okay,
But we we lived there, but like it wasn't like a full 9 to 10 years. It was like 3 years here and there, and then we like came back to the states, like live in Cali, live in South Carolina.
okay,
But yeah, there we just didn't have, for basketball wise, there was not really any girls teams. Like I had to play with boys. So like I started playing with my brothers in the driveway at the park, like with all his friends.
okay,
But yeah, I lived there for 9 years, and then I came to Illinois, and from that was like the first time I ever knew that girls teams existed for real. Like I didn't think it was a thing, but they they started me on an AU team called All In, and my dad brought me there, and it was just like he put me on the 17U team, and I was 14, and I didn't know what I was doing in my life. I was very confused, but I picked up the game pretty quick. It was kind of natural because like I was been playing with boys, so like just like bringing the overseas game to here, it was like kind of it was a challenge, but I just had to pick up on the speed really because
yeah,
that's because I had the skill, but like
okay,
I didn't have the speed of the game, and I just didn't have an understanding of like where to really be on the court.
okay,
But then after maybe 2 years with All In, I played with Macaron. I saw Macaron Fire at a open run that my team had went to,
okay,
and he was like he was bringing about like how I can be like a top 100 kid. I was like, no, this team started me off like the AU team I was with. Like, props to them. They really did bring me out like on my shell and everything. But I just needed like a step up to reality and like to the bigger stage.
okay,
But um, I decided to turn over to go to Macaron Fire. It's a great program. Family orientated, so it was comfortable. I was comfortable when I first walked in, but they we played some good teams. Like he threw me in first game, and I was playing Ashland walk-ins. I was scared for my life one summer.
yeah.
I almost got dunked on. I was like, yo, this is not
You said you
real.
almost got dunked on.
I only got dunked on and play. So my team started off. We started off so bad. It was like 14-0. I was like, oh my gosh, like the overtime was there. I was like, yo, there's no way. Like all these fans, everyone, they stopped the other games because of how crowded our court was. And I'm bringing the ball up the court, and I was like, we're down 14. I was like, someone has to show up. Like that was my time. Like I knew when I was like, I could really be something special. That's when I knew that game. But I brought the ball up the court. I was like, someone got to do something. So I
Yeah,
came up, I hit a little in and out floater, and the crowd was like, yo, like what? That was nice. So
yeah,
then I was like, the crowd really messing with me. I was like, okay. So like I came up, I scored again, made an assist, and our team like finally got on a roll. She came down the court in the second half, and mind you, I already had stripped the ball from her the play before. She
okay,
came up the court, and I was like, I got this. I saw her take her 1-2. I said, oh my God. I had stripped the ball from her. That was like the best day of my life. I had stripped the ball from her because she almost got up on me. I was like, oh my God, because like whenever I did strip the ball from her, she still jumped and grabbed
yeah,
the rim.
okay,
I
okay,
was like, oh my God. And I pushed the ball up the court. All I hear is the rim rattling in the background. I'm like, oh my God, I almost just got dunked on. I was about to be in overtime. But
yeah,
it was bad. I was scared for my life that day.
okay,
But yeah, back to where I was coming from. I came here. I played for Mac River Fire. And I don't know. It was just like that was the time. Mac River Fire really brought me to a point what really brought me here, honestly. It
okay.
put the dog in me. Mac really put the dog in me.
For
I'll give him
sure. No,
props for that.
that's a tough program over there, and
Yeah,
especially the way that they go for like the top players. So like you're gonna be in the top
yeah.
tournaments. You're gonna have the
Be
best
with
coaches. Yeah. But for you though, why basketball? Like, did you play any other sports coming up? Like, what made you really stick to basketball?
I played soccer when I was like maybe 5. I mean, no, maybe like 2. 5 is
Okay.
crazy. 2. I played when I was like 2. I didn't really like. I can't. One thing about me is my footwork. I will say my footwork needs to get better.
Okay.
But soccer wasn't for me, and I tried softball, but I got hit in the face once, and I didn't like that, so I couldn't do that sport anymore. So I was like, basketball is it, and it was just like it's really just like a place I can go and just be like, I got to
Yeah.
hoop, and it's a
Yeah.
place to just get my mind off things, honestly.
Okay. Was it a particular person that kind of put the ball in your hand? I mean, you said you played with your brothers and stuff like that, but what
Um,
somebody kind of was like, okay, come try this, and then you fell in love with it, or how did that work?
no, it was honestly my brother. Well, my older brother had basically I would say my older brother. He
Okay.
was really a big role model when I was growing up. Because my dad wasn't really in my life for real. But he really brought me up for real. Like he showed me honestly everything. He was like basketball is a way just to go through life honestly, and
Yeah.
that's why I watched him play basketball in the gym, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it, and I did it one day.
Okay. For you, do you have that moment where like it really clicked for you when you was like, okay, I'm really nice with it. I'm really gonna pursue hooping.
It was that Ashley Watkins moment, I think, because I knew she was big time. Like I knew she was the one. Like my coach was like, "Yo, you guys," because at first I wasn't supposed to guard her,
Okay.
but then I had to be switched onto her, and that moment really that gave me confidence. Honestly, I talk about that moment a lot. I'm not gonna
Okay. Okay.
lie.
No, you got to. That's a part that could have been
Yeah,
like
yeah.
could have went either way. For you, when you really started to lock in with becoming a hooper, who was like some of your favorite players that you were watching that you kind of were
Ooh,
like your
this
game after?
this one actually gets people. I watch basketball for real, but like I don't have a favorite hooper. Like
Okay.
I would say like not to be cocky, but like myself, like I don't really have like a favorite like person like oh I model my game after Candace Parker. Like
Okay.
yeah I feel like I could be different, so I don't need to model my game.
Facts. No, I respect that
Yeah.
for sure. So you said you came back to the States after moving to Japan. How was the whole adjustment for you, with just being in a different time zone, food, like how did you adapt to the culture?
Ooh, I do not like America. Japan is so much cleaner. Like the United English, the people are so much more rude here. Like it's not the same. In Japan, people are polite. Like
Yeah.
and food, let me tell you about it. Oh my gosh. The sushi there, fresh. Straight out the water. But the sushi here, it's nothing comparable. The food is nothing comparable. But the sports are probably the one thing that is different. But
Other than
food,
that, did it take you a minute to adapt? Like, when was that
yes.
moment for you when you was
I
like,
was
oh no, I'm ready to go back?
ooh maybe maybe my first year of high school. It was my first year of high school. I was just like, I gotta go back. It was like maybe 3 years in, because like I was still excited to see everything, still traveling the United States, like. But the 3 years in, I was like, I gotta go back. I haven't been back since though.
But you plan,
And,
you definitely plan on it though, right?
oh yeah, for sure, I gotta go back.
Okay, okay. For you, I know you spoke about your AAU playing time. Kind of take us through the whole AAU. How did you really get acclimated with AAU, and then how did you end up playing for the team that you play for?
Um, like I said, my mom and dad had told me like I just need to do something, because like
Okay,
I was like I thought I wanted to play basketball, but I was
not
like
sure.
still unsure, because I was like I never played with a whole bunch of girls, so
I'm
they were
sorry,
like
but your
it's
roommate
next. I
cracking
don't
me
know
up in the
how she
background.
did it. You could have just walked by, bro.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's my teammate Ned. She
Sorry.
yeah,
No, you
she
good. It was just I was trying not to
but
laugh, but it was just so funny. She was
like,
just
I was
crying.
at that
I didn't I saw her out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't know what she was doing. I didn't even see her come across the screen. I was confused. But but yeah, like I said, my mom and dad had thrown me in, because I was kind of scared. They were just like, you gotta just go for it. Like it's a win or lose situation. So I don't know. They put me into all in athletics, and the day the day of I literally sat on the bench, and I was like, I can't do this. Like my nerves got to me. I was like, there's no way I'm actually about to go on this court and play with 17-year-olds. But ever since
Yeah,
then, I think maybe like a week into that, I that's when I started to like get a feel for the game. I was like, okay, like it's not just go into it. You know what you're doing. Just
yeah,
keep going,
yeah.
honestly. But
Was
yeah,
it
what was
the
it?
was what was it the part of just getting over the fear of knowing you about to play AAU, or was it the fear of knowing like you're not sure if you want to do it?
It was just a fear of like honestly fear of failure. Like I don't like failing, honestly. I hate failing.
Yeah.
That's my
No.
one biggest fear in life is failure. I don't
Oh,
like it. It's
okay.
that feeling that it's like a sting. I don't like it at all. I don't
No,
like
for
losing.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So I know you said you spoke with Mac Griffin coming into the picture. When did you really start to hear about, like, when did you really realize like, okay, there's different tiers to teams, you know what I mean? Like Mac Urban is one of the teams that's like top tier. They go for
Yeah.
the top players. You have like your Mean Streets, you have the Wolves, like you have your top teams. When did you really become aware of like, okay, there's like levels to this hooper thing?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I don't even think it was like playing against a team. I think it was in practice, like the
Okay.
different practice style. Like there's different for sure levels to AAU and levels to basketball, because my first like practice was not like this. I was barely even sweating in my first practice. Like when my first practice with Back Urban Fire, he put us on that baseline. He put us on the baseline and had went to the bathroom and took a snack break and came back, and we were still running. That was the day I puked my brains out that day. But that was the day I really realized that there were different levels to AA or to basketball. It was
Okay.
practice for sure.
Okay. For you, when did schools really get in the picture for you? Like when did schools really start to reach out to you and show interest in you?
I think it was my freshman go, or maybe no, it was my sophomore going into my junior year. So that sophomore summer, Maryland was my first offer actually. Um,
Really?
my coach came me. I walked in the gym and he was like, "I have a phone call for you." They handed me the phone and they were like, "We love how you play. We'll offer you." I was like,
That
I
was
didn't know
it.
what it. I was like, what the heck? I don't know what I did. That practice though, I was going off.
Yeah. Okay. And then where did the others follow? Like I know it was
um,
all new to you, but like, did it ever become overwhelming? Because I know sometimes like recruiting is
yeah,
like a big part of your life.
the recruiting process is a struggle. Like it's a fun process, but it's tiring over time because like coaches called me at like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, yo, what is this? Like I answered the phone once, and the coach was like, "This is coach." I didn't even let them finish. I was like, I'm so sorry. It's 11 o'clock at night. You just woke me up out of my sleep. Like,
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, but yeah, they followed in like it was like I got like maybe two each month. And then once AU July hit, they like it was a flood because like that's when everyone can like come to your game, sit front row, like call your coach after the game, be like, we want to offer. Like it was back to back after that. It was
Yeah.
fun though. The recruiting
Okay.
process was
Okay. Did you go on did you go on all the visits? Like I'm pretty sure you had a bunch of offers. Like how many visits did you go on?
I actually only went on a visit to Minnesota.
Okay.
I went on a visit to Kentucky, a visit I think Florida State. I only went on 4 visits in Mississippi State. Obviously, I only took one official visit though.
Okay.
But I only went on 4 visits out of all of them. Do I kind of regret it? No, not really, because it was
Yeah.
a stress. The,
Yeah.
it was
How
a stress.
many, if you could, I know it's probably a lot, but can you name the schools that were interested in you?
Ooh, can't, I'm just look. I
I'm
think
gonna look. That's crazy. You gotta look because there's so many. That's
no, that's not even like that. That's not even. I just
that's
have a
tough.
bad.
That's tough.
I have a bad memory. Um. Okay, my first offer. I'll just go down the list. So it first went Maryland, Syracuse, Louisville, Tennessee, but I had lost that offer. I lost Tennessee and Louisville after, or one before I tore my ACL and one after I tore my ACL. Um, and then I had gotten Kentucky, Michigan, Florida State, Minnesota, Clemson, Rutgers, Ole Miss, Miami, Ohio State, Mississippi State, and then Arizona. Oh, and then Cincinnati, and then Arizona. And I had gotten Illinois in there somewhere.
That's tough.
But yeah.
That's tough. So when those schools are reaching out to you, what were some of the main factors that you were looking into when like making your choice?
Just like a family orientated team, honestly, like, and a coach that like honest like would let me be me on the court. Like I've only had honestly one real coach that has let me be me on the court, and that's Mac. Like
Yeah.
he lets me bring the ball up the court, lets me go 1-on-1. But I was just looking for a coach that was gonna let me like be me and like let me play the position I wanted. And Mississippi State, Sam really showed me that I could be, or has proven to me honestly over time that he's gonna let me do that and let me be me. So
Yeah.
that's why I chose to go be a bulldog.
Yeah, that's tough. That's crazy because me and my cousin actually watched the game where they beat LSU the other night. We were watching the
Yeah,
game. We were
the
watching that game.
secret
He was like, "Cuz they about to win." I'm
LSU.
like, "Yeah."
Yes, we're tough. We're tough.
What is the biggest thing you're looking forward to stepping foot on campus?
Ooh, stepping foot on honestly, just like that college experience, like just being able to. It's just a new chapter of life. So I mean, just being able to step foot and trust God that He's gonna take me through and be successful, honestly, and
For
just be
sure.
able to push myself to the point where I can be great.
Okay. For you, what has been some of the pros and cons of your playing career? What are some of your, like your down moments and so what are some of your high moments?
Um, I'll start with down and end with high, but um, I tore my ACL, um, December 20th of 2021, I think it was, and that was the moment I thought like my entire career was over. Like that was the moment I did it, and like I had to wait because I didn't get surgery until March 20th, I think, and that was like that was it. I had to wait 3 months, and I was at a basketball game when I found out that I tore my ACL. But that was like the moment I really was like, yo, like this could really like be over. I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like I just let down my mom. That's one thing I don't is love my mom ever. But
What happened during that
uh,
play? Like, do you remember? Can you take us through that play and how it happened?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was cutting away from the ball, and
Okay.
my teammate had thought that I was like, she thought I was open, but like someone was like kind of like trailing on me, so like I really wasn't really open. But they deflected the ball, and the ball had like went down the court, like it was rolling. So, my teammate goes after it, and this other girl goes after it, and I'm like, dang. So then my girl had ran already past me, like she was already ahead of me. So I was like, I have to go trap because like that's like what our like game plan was. So I had ran. My coach calls fire. That's what we call trap. Calls fire, and I go trap, and I had stepped. So like I was on the it was the baseline, and I had stepped to like cut her off, and my knee just like gave out. Like I felt my whole knee just shift, and I was like, "Yo!" And I felt that pop, and I just fell to the floor. I was like, "There's no way this just happened," and I knew
Yeah.
it. Everyone's trying to tell me like, "Oh, be positive." I'm like, prepare myself for the worst, hope for the best. Like that's the
Yeah.
situation I felt like I was in. But like the moment I knew it happened, I was like, "Yeah, this is over."
How
But
tough was that for you mentally? I know sometimes, like you said, sometimes people
that
don't
was
come back from those type of
probably
injuries.
yeah, that was probably my worst mental state I've ever been in. Like
Yeah.
I was so sad then. Because I couldn't hoop. Like that was all I did when I just was like fed up with everyone. I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to go to
Yeah.
the gym and hoop. Like that's it. But yeah, that was probably my worst mental state
Not
I've
to
ever
not
been
to cut you off, but like, how was the rehab process like through all that? Like,
in.
we really don't really get to see that. We just like hear about it and know how painful it is. But like, how was it
Yeah,
sleeping? And you can't really walk and stuff like that. Like, people have to help you. Like,
it was when I first. So I got out of surgery. My side little story. I told the surgeon not to bring me back into the room. Mom, if you're on here, I'm so sorry. But I told the lady, I was like, I do not bring me back into the room until I've I've completely come out of anesthesia. I was like, I'm gonna I don't need to be I was like, that's crazy. And she's like, yeah, okay, I got you. But yeah, I coming out of surgery, I was like everyone had to help me do everything. The first thing I had to do was pee when I got out of surgery. So I had
yeah,
to get up. They had to help me walk to the bathroom because I'm still like a little loopy.
yeah,
I'm dizzy. I'm walking, and well, I'm like kind of limping. I don't know what I was doing. I don't remember for real. But my mom had to help me get up, shower. Sleeping was so bad. Like I had to sleep on my back. I don't like sleeping on my back. I like sleeping on my side. So like I'm
yeah.
sleeping on my back. I'm like I couldn't sleep. There was a night I went. 2 nights I went without sleeping. I was so. It was so bad. It was the day to day activity was a struggle,
Yeah.
and PT. I started PT maybe like a week, a week and a half after surgery, maybe not even that long. But um, my first PT, she had to start bending my knee, and I'm like, what? Like, what is bending my knee? Because at this point, I don't like my knee. I'm like, my knee is stiff. I can't feel it. The nerve block is still in my leg. Like, I
Yeah.
can't feel anything. So she's bending my knee. I'm freaking out. I'm like, yo, like, please stop. Like, this does not feel normal. Like, as she was bending, I felt my knee was just gonna collapse or break in half.
Mm.
I was like, what the heck is happening? But the maybe like a month, I would say like a month or two in, I was able to fully bend. I wouldn't say fully bend, but like, cause I lost maybe like 10 degrees of my bend. I can't like I can't touch my foot to my butt at all. It hurts to do that.
Mm.
But they um then I had to start walking normally. So that means like I had to like start bending my leg all the way back when I'm walking, and it was I had to learn how to walk again. I was like this. I never thought this would be real. Like what the heck?
Yeah.
That was also one downfall of my mental health right there. Like not being able to walk. I'm like, what the heck? Like what am I doing? I'm not gonna be able to run. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. That's what I was like going through my mind. But they went through that. I had to ride the bike just to get my legs straight, like so I knew like the motion of walking. But walking was honestly a terrible thing to remember how to do. I didn't know it was that hard.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did not know it was that hard. But after that, it was just like, because like there's like levels to like the PT after. Like you have
Okay.
bending for like 2 months or a month and a half, and then
Okay.
you have like learning how to walk, learning how to like balance, getting your like muscle back, getting your quad back into like motion and activated, and whatever muscle you used to
Okay.
um to do your surgery. But they they went through those two stages, and then you go through like a pause stage where you just basically do that for like a month or a couple weeks, for like 3 weeks or a month, 3 weeks to a month, and like can't do anything else but that, and you just repetitive. And I'm like, yo, like I'm better, like we can keep going, like you
Yeah.
could push me, because like in my mind I'm like, like let me just push myself, like keep going, Taj.
Yeah.
But like it was honestly a process of like you just have to take that. One thing I will say, ever tear your ACL, I hope you don't, knock on wood, but it's really just a thing you have to take your time with. Like
Yeah.
it was a long process. But after that, after those 2 or 3 weeks to a month, I had to start. What did I do after that? I started like speed walking, kind of.
Okay.
Like I could get my like motion, but like not running fully back.
Yeah. Get the feel
Um,
back.
yeah, get the feel back of everything. And like I would do that on like the treadmill. I would go like to a certain speed, and then I'd do that for like 30 seconds, and then I come back down. So that was a little change of scenery for me.
Okay.
But after that, it's like a pause again, and but at the end of the day, there's multiple pauses in like the steps of going through it,
Yeah.
and it was really long. Like that the recovery process was a very long process.
Let me ask you this: did it ever come to a point that you wanted to give up in it because it was
Oh
so tough?
yes, when I started, right before I started running, because like when it's healing, like when it was healing, like there was like I had like minor like issues, like my cartilage was built up too, so I had to
Okay.
like low key wear it down, and like that kind of hurt too. So like I thought like I was like re-tearing my ACL, like, and I was like, you know what, like it could be just like maybe the ball stops bouncing one day. So I was like, maybe that's the day for me. Like it's okay. Like it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a moment I really wanted to just be like, I got it. Like it's over. Like they
Yeah.
got me. Like basketball
Yeah.
got me.
Yeah. Was there a fear of like coming back and like thinking, okay, I'm never going to be like my game's not going to be back to where it was or even better? Like, did you always have that fear of coming back? Like, I don't even know if
um,
did you get nervous? Like, I'm not going to be the same again.
I was I was, because when I first came back, like I wanted to be on go mode. Like I thought
Yeah.
that I was gonna be like, I came in my first game and I was like, oh, I'm about to get into it, get in my bag. But no, like
Yeah.
I I that was the first game back was bad. Like I was like, yo, like there's no way I'm gonna be the same person at all. Like
Yeah.
I can't even hesitate. Like I'm like, that's a simple, I can't
Yeah.
even hesitate. Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to be the person I was before. It was, but yeah, that was a mental health problem or mental health downfall right there too.
Man. Okay. Let's get to the positive now. I like
Okay,
to get to the
positive.
positive. You got like any positive favorite moments on the court so far?
Positive favorite moments. Ooh, I would say that Ashton Watkins game,
Okay.
and I don't know. I would say a positive. One of my favorite like memories throughout was honestly just like I like talking. Like
Okay.
I like getting into the verbal. That's sometimes my mental thing, but like I like getting into the verbal talk back. Like like I'm better than you, you're better than me, like, and just go at it. But
Yeah.
like I don't know, like that's probably one of my favorite. I did it with I'm not not gonna name no names, but I did it with this one girl. If you see my Instagram, uh, there's a highlight video on there with me and my teammate, her
Okay.
Kier Scott. Me and my teammate, we got a highlight video made, and it was both of us in the same clip. But I'm so mad he didn't get it. But her dad was standing up or sitting. Her dad and mom were sitting up at the top row of the bleachers, and
Okay.
I hit this like, or I like babied her, and she had said something, and her dad was like, is that all you can do? And I looked at him, I was like, yeah, it really is. I was like, she's not that good. I said, maybe y'all should go to the gym together. And he was like, he looked at me, he smiled, and after the game, I went up to my coach, and he was like, I like her. And then the mom was like, I do not. She was like, I do not like her because
My
she didn't
man
like
don't
how
know that competitive spirit, man.
no, she did. I was, and he was so mad that I was bullying her. But that was honestly the funnest game I've played in a minute. I was having so much fun that game.
Let
But
me
yeah,
ask you
that
this
was
one then.
probably.
What you end up with that game? How'd you do it?
Ooh, what did I end up with that game? I had double double, but I don't. I probably had like. I probably had like 16, maybe 12 rebounds, something like that.
That's
But
tough.
that was a fun game. I really liked that game. I called my mom right after that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
My mom
Okay.
remembers that game.
Okay. For you,
But God,
what has been some of your toughest like matchups so far? I know you named the one girl that almost put you on a poster, but who has been some of your like toughest or favorite matchups so far that you've had?
mm, that's a good one. I don't. Yeah, probably just my favorite. I haven't really. I don't know. That's a good one. When I play, I want to play Sarah Strong. That is one matchup I do want. I that is a day I pray for. Sarah Strong. I want that day. She's actually on my board. I have a board right here.
That's tough.
Her name is literally sitting right there. And Montverde. But
That's tough.
her
Yeah.
and Montverde against I don't know who I'm guarding at Montverde. But yeah, I'll probably guard Vivian. But I don't know who my favorite matchup has been. I think it'll probably been Ashton Watkins. That was a fun game for me.
Okay. Okay. For you, I know you spoke about the girl was putting you on a poster, but do you have another embarrassing moment in your career that you kind of was like, no, I ain't never just do that?
Oh, I had to. Okay, so in AAU, I had to switch on to. I don't remember her name. Some shifty guard. I forget where she's committed to too, but I don't remember. I think it was. I don't remember, but I had to get switched. I had switched on to her because it was a screen, and it was like an emergency switch. She hit me with this in and out hezzy between the legs. My ankles live on that court till this day. It is so bad. I remember that day vividly. I never talk about that day because it is so embarrassing, and my coach will never live it down. But she hit me with that, and I was like, there is no way I couldn't I just couldn't I was like,
You was so
where
at
is she?
all. You was like, nah, she ain't never just
I
do me
was
like
gone.
that. Yeah.
I was so sad. That was the day my coach benched me right after that too.
Oh no, see, he made it worse. He's supposed to let it play out
Yeah,
a
for
little
the
couple
rest of the
plays.
quarter, I was
Yeah, he can't do that.
yeah, and it was in front of Gino too. Yeah, it was in front of UConn. I was like, yo, and I
Yeah,
was happy.
no.
My game after that went downhill after that one.
Yeah, no. He gotta let you go back at least down the court and get up a
No,
shot.
yeah, like
He
I need a
can't pull
time
you out.
machine or something. I need a time.
Man,
I would have never switched.
yeah,
I would have never called switch. I would have called fight through, fight through.
yeah, for
I
real.
couldn't.
Okay. Um, for you, being a D1 commit, it comes with, you were heavily recruited. It comes with just a lot of just, noise and just things around you. How do you keep yourself prepared? I mean, how do you keep yourself focused, like being a Division 1 athlete, and not getting distracted from just the outside noise?
Um, Honestly, I just surround myself with athletes. Like I don't really hang out with like school kids. Like
Okay.
I have my best friend. She doesn't play basketball, but that's like the
Okay.
one person that like I'd go to when I just need a break from basketball. But I surround myself with all athletes. That's why I kind of like being here, because like I don't have no choice but to be surrounded by athletes, and we all kind of like push each other. It's like
Yeah.
a brother and sisterhood here, honestly. Like we even though we thug it out here, even though we thug it out here, we do push each other, and it's like we all support each other. Yeah, especially in practice, we support each other a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, surrounding myself with athletes has been my biggest thing for like getting away from distractions.
Facts. Okay. Take us through that process. I know you said you moved around a bit. Can you just take us through that journey, how it like became a part of your journey, just all the transitions that you had to adapt to?
Yeah. Like I said, my dad wasn't really in my life, so like I think that was like a motivation through it too. So like pushing
Chip on your
myself,
shoulder. Yeah.
yeah, putting a chip on my shoulder, like always playing, like just for myself, honestly, and proving everyone else wrong. Like that was one thing I would say that pushed me through this journey. I
Got
think,
you.
but yeah, pushed me.
Okay.
It pushed me, bro. Yeah.
Okay. For you, what has like the game of basketball taught you that kind of carry into life?
Ooh, that's a good one. What has the game taught me? Yeah, nothing is just given to you in life. You gotta earn it. You gotta go take what's yours. That's one thing I do live by. Take what's yours. Because at the end of the day, if you want it, you gotta go take it. It's not
Facts.
gonna just show up when one day when you wake up, when you
Facts.
go to sleep. Like it's not about to just appear under your pillow like tooth
Got to put in
fairy.
the work. Yeah.
You gotta put in work. Gotta go to the gym. Gotta work. Gotta
Yeah.
give it your all.
For
Honestly,
sure.
put your heart into the game. Yeah.
For you, how do you prepare for games, practices? Like how do you keep yourself locked in? How do you keep yourself healthy? Like your whole regimen of how you just maintain.
What did you say? Oh yeah. I'll start my pregame. Pregame. I have an orange. I have two oranges actually, not just one. I have
Two
two
oranges.
oranges. Um, and I have a smoothie from Tropical Smoothie, a
There we go.
Bahama Mama.
There we go.
Bahama
Yeah.
Mama.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
that's
the best
right
one.
there is the
With the
best
extra
one.
white chocolate. Talk to me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I have that, and then I pray before the game, and then we all pray as a team. I get on the court, we practice or we warm up. At 6 minutes, I pray. I usually pray with my teammate Kayla for like home games. I pray with Kayla, but either that or I just pray at half court by myself. I listen to music. I have both my AirPods in. I don't like listening to their music. I got my own playlist. But yeah. And then my practice, honestly, I just go try to go in locked in. Like I just tell myself like, even on the days I don't want to, genuinely don't want to be there, I just like you got to get better. So you're already
Yeah.
here. You might as well. You have to be here. So and it's a pleasure to be there, honestly. So I just
Fact.
be, I just gotta lock in.
Okay.
But keeping myself healthy, I just ice and stem. That's what we don't have a great athletic trainer here, but we we make the most of it. It's more like an injury. Like if you're injured, you really go in there. You don't really, you got to just make up your own treatment. That's one
Got you.
thing I will. And then stretching. I stretch right before practice, right before games, after practice. Heat before practice, keep my muscles loose. Massage guns.
The whole
Honestly,
nine.
simple
Yeah.
hooping stuff.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
know, you know.
For sure. For you, like I said, I know you're gonna have a whole healthy career coming up. But for you, when the ball really stops for you, what what are your other interests that you like to do once the ball stops bouncing for you?
Once the ball stops bouncing, I want to be a coach for college, honestly. But I'll probably start at like the AAU level and probably from like if Mac River Fire is still around, like well, it is gonna still be around because it's a legendary program.
No,
But
facts, facts.
um, just playing or like coaching for Mac River Fire, getting my coaching status up.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't work out, then probably I like crime scenes. I like crime stuff. So like maybe like the FBI
Okay.
or
Yeah.
yeah, like anything to do with like crime, like
Got you.
investigating. Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Got you. So this question right here is, if you could have 1v1 versus anybody, who would be that 1v1 that you would want? It could be anybody in the pros, overseas, whoever.
Ooh,
We we
one
we
v
we
one
finna,
with it.
we gonna talk our talk now. I need you to call some people out.
Ooh, it's a good one. Yeah, honestly, no. Yeah, Steph Curry. I just want to see how he does it. Like,
Okay.
even if I lose, I just want to see how he does it. Like this, that his shot is just like, are you
Yeah.
serious? Did you do this with your eyes closed? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
do you do this in your sleep? That's that is one question I would ask him too. Do you do this? Do you shoot in your sleep? Like, there's no way this
You
man is
shoot the ball that
actually.
crazy. No,
Yeah,
facts.
he's crazy. He's he's crazy.
Facts. Okay. If you could listen to three musical artists for the rest of your life, who three would they be?
Ooh, okay, Rod Wave, T Ski, and Young Boy.
She said,
Young Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you could have five dinner guests, dead or alive, anybody that you could just sit at a table and just learn from,
Ooh.
who would be your five that you would have at your table?
Yeah. Okay. Kobe.
Mamba.
This can be anyone. Like
Anybody you want, dead or alive, anybody.
Kevin Hart. Gotta have a good laugh.
Okay. Okay.
Um. This is hard. Kevin Hart. Mm. Mm. Five is a lot. Kobe.
Kobe,
Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart. Mm-hmm.
Um. I need a rapper there or something. Mm,
Please don't say
probably
young boy.
probably um Whoa. This is hard. Wait, you have me stuck. What the heck?
I like it. I like it.
Wait, Nez, help.
We can come
I
back
have
to it if you want. We can come back
Yeah,
to it if
please.
you want.
Okay, we can come back. We can come back. We
Okay.
can come back. Let me
Got
think about
you. Got you. Okay, so if I was to tell you I can get you tickets to any game in WNBA history or NBA history, courtside tickets, what game would you want to be at and why?
that. Ooh, I want to be at the Michael Jordan game
Which
that
one?
he had the flu.
The flu game?
Yeah, the flu game. I'll be at the flu
You,
game.
I think you the second guest in a row that said. I think my last guest said that same exact game.
Yeah, I would go to that game. I'm not gonna lie,
Okay.
sit courtside right there, just watch that
Yeah.
game. That's a crazy game.
Okay. Okay. I need your top five WNBA players of all time.
Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. Yeah, AJ. I'm so slow. Asia Wilson. What's her name? College coach now. Not college coach now. Or what's her? Oh my god. Low key, Kalia Copper's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give respect to that. Kalia Copper's tough. She is tough. What am I at? 4 or 3?
4.
4. Yeah, Kelsey Plum is nice.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
It's tough. She is nice. Oh, that left hand does go. I need a left hand like that, bro.
Okay. And then so back to the five dinner guest question. That's my last hot seat one for you. Then I got 2 more regular ones for you, and then we good.
Question.
Yo.
You only got 2. You need 3 more.
Oh, I need 3 more. Ooh.
Shaq would be a good one.
Not gonna.
Funny.
Low key Beyonce.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta have Beyonce there. That's 3.
That's a good.
There we go.
3.
There we go.
Kobe. I already said Kobe. Eek. Yo, this hot tea question. I don't like this one. I'm stuck.
Let's see. Famous celebrities.
Okay, so Kobe. Yeah. I bet 3, 4, 3.
You got 3.
3. Yeah.
I just did Beyonce. Okay. This is hard.
It could be like family members that may have passed. It could be anybody you want.
Okay, so I'll say my grandma. Yeah, I'll say my grandma.
Okay. There we go.
And my trainer, yay.
There we go.
That me and him as a duo is crazy. We're funny. That'll be a good dinner. We're funny. Me, him, and Kevin Hart, we go crazy on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure. I'm
not gonna lie. That would be a good one.
Then my last question for you is my last 2. 2. If you could give advice to anybody that may be coming up that may have a similar story to you, knowing what you know now, that you can give advice to the younger generation, what would that advice be?
Keep the past in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the past in the past. Learn from the past and just grow. Like, don't sit here and try and take the past and be like, oh, and use it as an excuse now, because at this point, everyone has a story. Everyone has something to tell. Like, nobody cares for real. If you're being genuine, nobody cares for real. But yourself. Like, you gotta keep going. Life goes on. The sun still comes up and the sun still goes down. The moon still rises. Like, it's not gonna stop. The day still goes.
Facts. That's heavy right there. And then my last one for you is, if you could recommend somebody to have on my platform that kind of could tell their story, who would that guest be?
It would be my trainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him. I just only met him I wouldn't even say we've known each other for over a year, because I had just recently found a new set trainer, but he's in college. He goes to college too.
Okay.
So he works with me in the summer, but he's been a role model for me. I call him when I need something. He'll sit on the phone when I just need someone just to be in company with. He call me after my games. We'll talk about it. But I know he has a good story too. For
sure. Well, I just want to say I thank you for taking time out of your day to come onto my platform, for making history on the platform.
It's proud to be part of it.
For sure. For me and my team, we send the best to you. All the health, all the success to you. We're going to be watching you, and I'm going to make sure Cuz send you that food. So we'll talk.
Please do. I'll make sure he has a list.
For sure. So best to you. Good luck this season and
thank you.
Future endeavors, for sure. All right, have a good one.
You too.
Sure.